Good afternoon, I'm John Gresh, Vice President of Lighting for the Arri Lighting Division here in Burbank, California. And today I'd like to talk about our newest lighting fixture, the L-Series. The L-Series is a line of LED light engine Fresnels. Now, we're all familiar with tungsten-based and HMI-based Fresnels, but Arri has progressed to provide an LED light engine using a Fresnel-style lens to provide the same type of light output, the same type of light distribution that we are used to with our other traditional Fresnels. You get the same balanced light as you would expect from the other sources, a very smooth field, and you're able to adjust the spot to flood focus from 15 degrees to 50 degrees. On each side of the fixture is the focus knob, which moves the lens barrel in and out of the fixture, changing from spot of 15 degrees to flood of 50 degrees. Now, one of the true advantages here is that you can also get the same type of barn door cuts that you are familiar with in the Fresnel form factor of your tungsten or your daylight balanced units. Each of the three light engine models have two types of cooling. The one that you're looking at here is the passive cooling. There are no fans, and it has larger heat sinks in order to dissipate all of the heat. The second version that can be used with either light engine is an active cooling, and hence the name active because it does use a fan. It has a smaller dimension front to back, and it also is lighter weight than the companion here, which we're looking at. Now, what is the reason why we would offer both models? Well, clearly there are applications in production where you want no fans so that you would have a totally silent mode. However, the drawback is that the unit is rated only to 35 degrees C or roughly 98 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're operating at a temperature that needs a higher ambient temperature for operation, then what you're going to have to do is look at the active cooling, which can work up to 50 degrees C or 122 degrees Fahrenheit. We have three different light engine models. One is the L7T, which is a tungsten balanced light engine. One is the L7D, which is a daylight balanced light engine. And the other is the L7C, which is color controllable. The color controllable unit actually has quite a few features. Let me show you some of those. Now, over here on the side of the fixture, we have the option of an onboard controller. The onboard controller has two modes. The first mode will control color temperature from 2,700 degrees all the way up to 10,000. And you can also go and balance for plus or minus green. The second mode puts you into a hue and a saturation where you can dial in any color combination that you want and vary the hue and saturation of that color. The middle knob adjusts your correlated color temperature. We use the term correlated color temperature because both arc sources and LED sources are not truly indicating color temperature, but correlating them to what you would have from a black body radiator or a tungsten source. So you can dial in the actual correlated color temperature on the onboard controller. Of course, you can also do this remotely through DMX and a lighting control console. Next to this, we have the plus-minus screen, and adjusting plus-minus green, you can actually see that the center position straight up, and then you can go negative or positive to adjust what you would like. The first knob is obvious. It is your dimmer knob, which allows you to adjust the actual intensity from 0 to 100%. In the color temperature mode, you're able to adjust both the correlated color temperature and the plus minus green. Here we have the light in the warm tone of 2700 Kelvin, which would be warmer than tungsten, 3200 Kelvin, which would be our balanced for tungsten, all the way through 5600 right here, which would be balanced for daylight, through 6500 Kelvin, all the way up into the very blue range, exceeding all the way up to the upper end of 10,000 Kelvin. The third knob allows you to adjust plus minus green, so I'll bring it back down into a more moderate daylight, and now we can either add or subtract green. So here we become magenta by subtracting the green, and here we become green by adding more green in. This allows you to balance to various sources that may also be in proximity, whether they're fluorescent lighting fixtures or other types of light sources. The second mode of the color controllable unit is able to change by this function button to go from your correlated color temperature into the hue and saturation.
For more information, please visit our website at www.digitalcinemacourse.com.
This was the Arri L7-C, one of our L series products, and thank you for watching Digital Cinema Course.